As a new YouTuber, it's easy to make mistakes. And in fact, I've got a list of 10 mistakes that all new YouTubers seem to make. So by me sharing them to you, I'm hoping that you'll have a shortcut and you'll skip past these mistakes. The first mistake that new YouTubers make is that they're actually afraid of making mistakes. They want it to be perfect. They want episode 1 to be as good as episode 500. Now, I love the way that my friend Chris Kitsamos said it. He said, start ugly, just don't stay ugly. If you get started, you're going to get results. You make an ugly video, your ugly video will get results, and you can just go from there. But if you wait for your video to be perfect, guess what? You're not going to get any results because that video isn't going to go live until way in the future. It's okay to put out content that's a little bit embarrassing, but just be real. Put real value in your content. Put it out there, and it's okay to make mistakes. If one video flops, another one will succeed. You know, if you make this mistake, you'll learn from it. So that's the first mistake, is not willing to make mistakes. The second big mistake that new YouTubers make is they create a variety channel. So it doesn't have a focus in one area, but they want to talk about this subject and their hobby, and they also want to vlog, and they just want to try it all. And you can do that once you have momentum. You can do more experimentation, especially if you have a following, if you have celebrity status. People will follow a variety channel because of the personality. They like the person, and so they follow them wherever they go and whatever they talk about. Like Casey Neistat could make a vlog about snowboarding throughout New York City, and the next episode could be about a new lens that he's giving a review. And people will just watch all of his episodes because he's built the following that he has. They follow him as a personality. But when you're new on YouTube, that doesn't work so well. In fact, let me give you another example. The channel that I produce, amazing channel actually, Paul Jenkins, Live on Purpose TV, he's a positivity psychologist. And we were talking about all the different areas, and he wants to talk all about positivity and being happy. He wants to talk all about parenting and relationships, you know, how to strengthen relationships. We decided not to eliminate any of those, so we did an equal spread, kind of covering all 3 different topics, and one of them has really taken off. The parenting videos have really done exceptionally well, especially in the beginning. One video, how to get your children to listen without yelling. That's the video that took off the best. And so, although we were covering 3 different areas, one of them really stood out. So we kind of shifted our focus and did the majority of our videos on parenting. So while we still did videos on all 3 categories, we shifted the majority of the focus towards the parenting videos to really capitalize on that. Paul created a parenting course. He created his positive parenting playlist, and it's really worked well to grow his channel. Now that his channel's got more momentum, he has started to get traction in the relationships and in the positivity categories, but still parenting is the one that's dominated. Here's a piece of advice that I recently heard that I'm going to share back with you. If you have a hard time explaining what your channel is about, then it's too broad. It's too confusing. People will have a hard time subscribing. Okay, mistake number 3 is people aren't willing to stick with it long enough. YouTube is definitely a long game. There's a lot of advertising and marketing campaigns that you turn it on today, you'll probably start getting leads and results tomorrow, definitely within a few days, right? But YouTube is not like that. YouTube can take a year or 2 or 3, depending on the way that you're going to monetize it. If you're going to monetize it with ad revenue, it can take several years. It took 4 years for my ad revenue to get to 5 figures, where it's something really significant that I could live off of. If you're funneling leads from YouTube into a business, it's still going to take a year or more before you're making enough sales that your channel is profitable. Most people quit too soon. I mean, I teach a strategy where I tell them if you follow these 4 ingredients, then in 4 months you'll experience a spike. I've seen so many people quit at month 3. They create all these episodes and they quit at month 3. Yeah, don't do that. Stick with it. Mistake number 4 is very, very common. You post a video to YouTube and you're worried about promoting it. Like, oh, it's not getting any views. Can I share it on Facebook? Should I send out an email? What can I do? Is there somebody I can pay? How can I promote this? How can I get more views on this video? when instead, if you're to put that same energy in just making another video, that's the mistake, is focusing on promotion rather than just making more or making better videos moving forward. Mistake number 5 is not paying enough attention to thumbnails. The thumbnails are so important on YouTube. The thumbnail is that still image that you see when you're deciding whether you want to click on it or not, right? It'll have the picture and then the title of the video below it. You can make subtle tweaks to the thumbnail and drastically improve your click-through rate. You might be getting 3% of people clicking on it, and you change the color of something and it will go up to 7%, and that's just huge. Most people don't even design custom thumbnails, so that's a huge mistake. Now I want to recommend a video that you watch that's created by Veritasium. He talks a lot about how to make a video go viral, but he spends a good portion of this video really talking about thumbnails and how important they are. So I wanted to have you watch that video after this one so that you could learn all the ins and outs about thumbnails. Mistake number 6 is letting fear stop you from getting started. That happens all the time. People hear me speak or they take one of my courses and they know that this is the right strategy for them. They'll tell me, yeah, this is the strategy I've been looking for, but then months goes by and they haven't acted on it. They think that it needs to be perfect. Right? And my recommendation is to start ugly. I learned that phrase from Chris Kitsamos and I love it. Start ugly, just don't stay ugly. Create a video today, post it, your video tomorrow will be better. So don't let the fear keep you from getting started. Now mistake number 7 that I think we all make, I've made it many times, is trying to be somebody else. Now, an example would be Casey Neistat. When I first started vlogging, I don't think it's necessarily wrong to get ideas from somebody like Casey or other vloggers, but I've seen some people take it to the extreme. They start vlogging and they're on a boosted board and they move to New York City and they start doing everything like somebody else. Personally, I think that's a mistake because you have value. People want to get to know you for you. And most of the time, when you do something exactly like somebody else, people know that's somebody else. They know that you're copying and they don't follow you. But when you step into your own power, you step into your own uniqueness. When I found my own voice and I recognized Chris Crone, he's real dynamic. He's a real powerful speaker on stage. He uses a lot of body language. He's loud, he's quiet, he's back loud again. And I tried to be like that, but I'm not like that. I'm not Chris. And when I get on stage, I actually use PowerPoints. I don't read off them, but I show images of things and I really get in the zone and I get energized just by showing things and explaining things, and that's just me, that's my style. And for the longest time I struggled because I was trying to be somebody else. So that's a mistake that I made then and that a lot of YouTubers make, is trying to be somebody else. Mistake number 8 is not having a clear strategy. They just think I'm going to make videos and I'm going to post videos on YouTube and eventually it'll get results. And it doesn't really work. There's a lot of channels like that have got hundreds and hundreds of videos, yet they're only getting 10 views per video, and they've only got 37 subscribers. One of the best strategies you can implement is to do keyword research before you film. So how this works is you find the questions that people are asking. So instead of just making videos on random topics, you're making videos that answer questions that you know people are searching for. So you post this video and you've got people that are going to find your video. That's what I mean by being strategic, knowing how you're going to get traffic and have that strategy before you film. Now I made a whole video on this specific strategy, so I put it up here. It's my leaf strategy video. Make sure you watch that one after this one because I teach you how to find those questions. I give you examples of what those questions look like, and then I show you the tool you can use that just finds those questions for you. It makes this job really easy. Mistake number 9 that new YouTubers make is wearing all the hats. Now what do I mean by that? Well, you are the videographer, you're the editor, you're the talent, you're the star of the show, you're the content writer, you come up with all the ideas, you're the thumbnail designer, you're the YouTube manager, you do all the transcriptions and the posting and everything. Okay, you're wearing all the hats, plus you're trying to figure out how to monetize the channel. And so you need to create a product to sell or put on an event or know what affiliate links to put in there or create a Patreon account. At some point, I think we do need to wear every hat, but I call it a mistake because people continue to wear all the hats for a very long time, almost indefinitely, when you can very easily, like I hire my editors in the Philippines. Well, it's like to be able to create and put my ideas into something and then know that somebody else is going to edit it the way that I would, or even if in the beginning they edit it 80% of the way, and then I just go in and tweak things here or there, it frees up so much of my time. YouTube burnout is real, and when you're wearing all the hats and you're doing everything from filming to finish, you can get burned out really, really easy. So that's why I call it a major mistake. Okay, we're to mistake number 10. I've actually got 11, so there's one more after this. Mistake number 10 is not collaborating. That's a mistake that I've been thinking about a lot lately, because that's a mistake that I make. I've done a few collaborations. They've worked well every time. So with a collaboration, you've got YouTuber A and you've got YouTuber B, and they create some type of video campaign together where my channel will link to yours, your channel will link to mine, and you do it in a way that makes it fun. You're bringing in somebody else who's creative, who has a unique spin on a video that you can make on your channel. I've done this a few times. It's a lot of fun to do, but for some reason I just haven't done a lot, and that's what I'm thinking about. I've actually got notes of people that I want to reach out to and collaborate with. So that's a mistake that hopefully I fix. I've actually got a bonus. So this is mistake number 11. Mistake number 11 is trying to predict what other people want on YouTube, right? Now, why is this a mistake? Because you can't predict. I mean, you look at trends and you're just chasing trends, and it often doesn't work. But there is one exception. There is one exception, and this is something that I teach heavily, and that's to do keyword research before filming. So in this way, you are predicting what people are searching for based on averages. People search for this every single month. So if you do keyword research before filming, you kind of can predict what other people want, and that's a huge advantage. The YouTube search engine is such a good job. Now, I made another video on this. It's my leaf strategy video, and I explain in that video how you find the questions that people are searching for. So I definitely recommend, eliminate all these mistakes that I've talked about, and this is something you got to start doing right. You'll learn it in that video.